Hi, my name's Anand from lifefoodeducation.com, and today I'm going to make you a green smoothie, or show you how to make a green smoothie, really delicious one using banana, coconut and Swiss chard, also known as silver beet. But before I do, I'm just going to talk a little bit about green smoothies, or the importance of leafy green vegetables. If you're a member of the Life Challenge, you will have realized that we're asking you to start increasing your leafy greens, in particular your living foods, but we're having a special focus on leafy greens, and there's a good reason for that. Leafy greens are the food which match our nutritional needs most completely. They've got the broadest range of phytonutrients, they're high in protein, minerals, they've got anti-cancer agents, anti-inflammatories. They really are nature's superfood. I mean, we can buy all these powders and things like that, which are wonderful to add to smoothies, but they do not in any terms replace leafy green vegetables. So what is a leafy green vegetable? Just to give you some ideas. A leafy green vegetable is something that's green, obviously, that will wrap around your finger. So if you're wondering, is broccoli a leafy green vegetable? No, it's not, because it doesn't wrap around your finger. Broccoli leaves, on the other hand, will. We've got some baby spinach here. Obviously, it wraps nicely around the finger. Baby spinach is a wonderful choice for green smoothies, especially when you're starting, because it's very mild. We've also got Swiss chard or silver beet, which is another wonderful addition. I tend to strip it off the stalk, and I'll show you in a minute, because we're really wanting to get the green, the chlorophyll from the leaves. We don't need all that fibre. Green smoothies really need to taste good. That's important. You shouldn't be like almost gagging drinking it. It has to be a pleasant experience. And that's why if you're a beginner, we're starting off with a small amount. We've also got cos or romaine lettuce. Now, this is a nice dark leafy green lettuce, say, as compared to an iceberg lettuce. It has far more nutrition in it. So that's a wonderful addition to a green smoothie. We've got bok choy, all the Chinese sort of cabbages and leafy greens are also wonderful in green smoothies. And parsley is incredible. I mean, parsley is high in iron, very high in protein. All of these leafy greens are high in protein. You're getting up to 30% protein in leafy greens, which is incredible when you think about it. This is just basically amino acids which are just readily available for our body to use wherever they need for our protein needs. Alright, so I'm going to start on the beginner level. If you are someone who's been eating a lot of processed foods and not many living foods, I advise you to just start slowly. So we're going to start with 50 grams, which is 1.75 ounces of leafy green vegetables in your green smoothie for breakfast. So I've got the Swiss chard, and I'm going to just strip it off the stalk. So we're getting all that chlorophyll and the real nutrition from in there, from in the leaf. Just to give you a visual of what 50 grams looks like. So that is about 50 grams there, 1.75 ounces. So we'd like you to put the equivalent of one big Swiss chard leaf that's been stripped off the stalk into your smoothie. Now, in addition to that, if you're on the beginner level, we'd like you to eat that much again during the day in either your lunch or your evening meal. It doesn't have to be Swiss chard, it could be any of these leafy greens. But the idea is that you're going to be eating 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces of leafy greens every single day. And that is your minimum. That's your baseline. You can go up from there. Now, if you're on the moderate level, we're going to double that. So instead of 50 grams, we're going to put in 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces of leafy greens into your morning's green smoothie. So that's 100 grams there. So it's a nice big handful. I've got quite a big hand, just to give you an idea. Now on the moderate level, we'd want you to eat that again, that quantity of leafy greens of your choice in your other two meals as well. So this in the smoothie on the moderate level, plus this in your dinner and lunch. A total of 200 grams or 7 ounces a day of leafy green vegetables. Okay, so on the most challenging level, we're going to add another 50 grams to that. So we're going to have 150 grams, which is about 5.3 ounces of leafy greens just in your smoothie for breakfast. And there we have it, exactly 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. This is to go into your smoothie on the most challenging level. Put that in, and we'll show you in a second about how you do that. With your fruit, your water, whatever else you're mixing with it, blend that up and drink it. That's breakfast. Now, on the most challenging level, we'd also ask you to eat this amount of leafy greens in your other 2 meals as well. So you're going to have a total of 300 grams of leafy greens every single day, which is 10.6 ounces. So this is what we're aiming for. We're really going to start increasing this high quality superfood, as I call it, into your diet. I think you're going to see immediate results. Again, if you find it's too hard to stomach, like you're finding the greens are too intense, start with something mild like the baby spinach. Decrease the amount and just gradually build it up. You'll find your palate will adjust, your body will actually start craving it and asking you for it. You're going to love it. So I'll start with making the first smoothie. This is one of my favourite, most delicious smoothies. We're going to be using a Thai drinking coconut, also known as a baby coconut. You can get them in most supermarkets, Asian stores, some health food shops have them. It's a really delicious sweet coconut, originally from Thailand. You don't have to use this type of coconut if you have other ones available, but this is one that's readily available in most areas. So the amazing thing about coconuts is that they have the same electrolyte levels as the human blood plasma. So you're getting an incredible hit of minerals into your body, which in the war, these things were used for they put soldiers on IV drips to rehydrate them and remineralize them when they'd be injured or become ill. They'd actually use the liquid from coconut. So this is a really healthy addition, and it just makes the smoothie taste amazing as well. So how on earth do you open this coconut? Well, we're about to show you that. I like using a cleaver. There are a few different ways, but the quickest way I found is with a heavy knife or cleaver. And if we do it properly, we can do it in 4 blows. So here we go. There we go. So we open it up, and they're always full to the brim. It's pristine, crystal clear, delicious coconut water. It's tying those electrolytes. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to try and get some of the flesh out too. This lovely light flesh, it contains fat, which is good for you, a good fat. So if you want to put that in the smoothie, by all means do. So I'm just going to cut that open. It's always a bit of fun opening these coconuts. And just find if I just slice it up a little bit, the flesh will come out a little easier. Then what I do is I get a spoon, I use the back of the spoon and just get the flesh out like that. You just notice too there's these little woody bits, so you're just wanting to try and keep them out of your smoothie, because obviously it's not going to be the most pleasant sensation coming across a little chunk of wood in there. So you just carefully pick those heavy wooden bits out. Some of the brown bits are okay, they're quite soft. It's just you've got to find the ones that are a little bit heavier and more like a lump of wood. Now if you don't have coconuts available, it's perfectly fine just to use water in the smoothie. The coconut is just something I love to add to it. You're getting all the electrolytes as well. So today I'll just put about half of the flesh of this coconut. There's quite a lot of flesh in this one. They vary in how much flesh you get in each coconut. Sometimes it's a very thin layer. This is a little bit more mature than some of them, because you can see the flesh actually is quite thick there. Sometimes it's like just a very thin layer. Okay, so that's the coconut.